In marble halls, a beauty worship before the fall. But gods are cruel and shadows bite. They stole her voice, they stole her light. Her prayers were drowned, her temple burned. A crown of serpents was what she earned. Eyes of fire, a frozen scream. They killed the girl, but birthed a queen. Alone in the dark, she learned how to reign. No mercy left, just venom and flame. They gave her a curse, but she made it divine. The monster was hers this time. Medusa, Medusa, queen of the grave. No god, no man, no one to save. Villain or goddess, she'll never bow down. Her curse became her crown. Medusa, Medusa, terror and flame. The whole world trembles when they say her name. They turned her to stone, but she didn't break. She wears a crown of snakes. The heroes came with sharpened steel, but never asked what she might feel. They called her wicked, called her vile, but she just watched with serpent smile. The hunted girl became the storm, her agony a darker form. From shattered bones she built her throne. She faced the fire and stood alone. Alone in the dark, she learned how to reign. No mercy left, just venom and flame. They gave her a curse, but she made it divine. The monster was hers this time. Medusa, Medusa, queen of the grave. No god, no man, no one to save. Villain or goddess, she'll never bow down. Her curse became her crown. Medusa, Medusa, terror and flame. The whole world trembles when they say her name. They turned her to stone, but she didn't break. She wears her crown of snakes. In every hiss a battle cry. In every gaze the gods will die. Her sorrow carved in black and gold. A legend fierce, a tale retold. No chains can bind, no hero's blade. Her rage is fire, her throne remained. They cursed her once, but now she reigns. The world will fear her name. Medusa, Medusa, queen of the grave. No god, no man, no one to save. Villain or goddess, she'll never bow down. Her curse became her crown. Medusa, Medusa, terror and flame. Her power eternal, forever her name. They turned her to stone, but she didn't break. She rose and wore the pain. Once there was a maiden, crowned by fire in her eyes. She spoke of burning cities, storms that split the skies. They laughed at every warning, their hands upon the flame. She carried all the ashes, yet they cursed her name. Every word she spoke was broken glass, every truth condemned to never last. Yet in the ruin she began to see a curse can carve eternity. She wore the chains like crimson lace, her voice a blade, her heart ablaze. Doom was written, yet she stood untamed. A eyes revealed the end. They called him mad a liar, no savior they defend. But silence became power, and agony a crown. The girl they tried to shatter was the one who burned them down. Every scar was carved in shadow's breath, every whispered dance was certain death. But she became the storm they could not flee, the curse that damned yet finally free. She wore the chains like crimson lace, her voice ablaze, her heart ablaze. Doom was written, yet she stood untamed, a villain, a queen, unafraid of shame. She sang the future none would hold. The curse she wore returned to gold. You will not break what you never believed. The curse is the gift that you gave to me. I'll rise from the ashes, I rise from the pyre. My silence a weapon, my fury desire. She wore the chains like crimson lace, her voice ablaze, her heart ablaze. Doom was written, yet she stood untamed, a villain, a queen, unafraid of shame. A story carved in shadows old. The curse she wore, it turned to gold. Once there was a maid, fire in her breath. They feared her words, but she conquered death. Loyalty stood, her voice like fire, a mother's pride, a queen's desire. 7 sons, 7 daughters near, she crowned herself, she felt no fear. But gods grew cruel, their arrows bled, her children fall and silence spread. Yet in her grief she made her vow, no goddess breaks me, not now. I am Niobe, cursed but alive. From ashes of sorrow I rise, I survive. Turn me to stone, still I will reign. Queen of the broken, crowned by my pain. My tears are rivers, my voice commands. No God can steal what I hold in my hands. Apollo's bow, Artemis' spite, they thought they'd end me in one night. But in the marble of my face I found defiance carved my place. They called me vain, they cursed my name, but through the torments I remained. Their wrath became my battle cry, a queen who never learns to die. I am Niobe, cursed but alive. From ashes of sorrow I rise, I survive. Turn me to stone, still I will reign. Queen of the broken, crowned by my pain. My tears are rivers, my voice commands. No God can steal what I hold in my hands. My children's names are etched in flame, their memory fuels my endless reign. The curse they cast became my crown. From grief a goddess strikes the ground. I am Niobe, cursed but alive. From ashes of sorrow I rise, I survive. Turn me to stone, still I will reign. Queen of the broken, crowned by my pain. I am eternal, my power sleeps yet never falls. Even in silence her power calls. In a palace of shadows, her voice was torn. A princess once radiant, left broken, forlorn. Threads of her sorrow, stitched silent and deep. But silence can sharpen the secrets we keep. Blood on the loom, a story in red. She wove every truth the tongue could not spread. No chains could contain what vengeance would sing. A nightingale rises with ruinous wings. Sing, sing, oh cursed nightingale, turn your agony into a haunting veil. From the ashes of torment she crowned her pain. A queen in the dark, not broken but made. Sing, sing, with a voice once denied. A goddess of fury where sorrow can hide. She owned her silence, she owned her fate. Philomela's power is what they create. Her song was a dagger, her silence a spell. Each note was a haunting, a hymn out of hell. The gods washed in terror, the mortals in shame. For the woman they shattered had risen in flame. Blood on the loom, her vengeance was sown. A tapestry carved from the pain she had known. No curse could erase, no night could confine the voice of a woman who claimed the divine. Sing, sing, oh cursed nightingale, turn your agony into a haunting veil. From the ashes of torment she crowned her pain. A queen in the dark, not broken but made. Sing, sing, with the voice once denied. A goddess of fury where sorrow can hide. She owned her silence, she owned her fate. Philomela's power is what they create. Villain or martyr, she wears both crowns. Her song shakes the heavens, her whispers bring down. The curse was her weapon, her ruin a throne. No longer a victim, she rules on her own. Sing, sing, oh cursed nightingale, turn your agony into a haunting veil. The night is her kingdom, her sorrow, her flame. Philomela rises, remember her name. Sing, sing, with a voice once denied. Her power is endless, her song never dies. She owned her silence, she owned her fate. A goddess of ruin, too fierce to break. Whisper her story through shadow and stone. The nightingale sings what was once overthrown. Her curse is her power, her pain is her crown. Philomela, she will not bow down. They dressed me in white, led me out to the shore. Promised the winds I'd be breathing no more. A father's betrayal, a daughter's last breath. I walked to the altar, the bride of my death. The gods didn't save and the blade didn't fall. I shattered the silence, I answered the call. From sorrow, from fire, from blood in the sand. I rose with the power they can't understand. I am the sacrifice, yet I survive. From ashes and agony I come alive. Villain or savior, they can decide. But I wear the crown they try to deny. I am the sacrifice. They thought I was going, the night took my name. But I forged myself new in the heart of the flame. Their whispers can't bind me, their prayers can't command. For queens are not born, they are caught by the damned. My tears turn to steel, my silence no silence, no chains. I walk with the ghost, but I carry no shame. The altar still burns with the echoes of lies, but I stand above it with fire in my eyes. I am the sacrifice, yet I survive. From ashes and agony I come alive. Villain or savior, I won't be defined, for I am the power they left behind. I am the sacrifice, and I'll never die. I am the sacrifice, but I made it my crown. Once she danced in shadowed halls, mortal heart beneath the gods, lured by thunder, kissed by flame. Love was mortal, he was not the same. A whisper came, a poison vow, see his glory, take it now. Eyes wide open, struck by light, she was broken, burned alive. Something stirred, more than mortal, more than her. She's the storm they couldn't chain. Every curse became her name. Blood and fire she remains. No salvation, only flames. They tried to break her, left her slain. But now she walks with fire in her veins. They called her ruin, called her mad, a tragic tale, a love gone bad. But agony is sharpened steel and shattered. Girls learn how to kill. No crown of laurel, no divine embrace, just a phantom with a vengeful face. She wears her ruin like a throne and carves her empire out of stone. Her name a curse, her soul ablaze. They fear the monster they have made. She's the storm they couldn't chain. Every curse became her name. Blood and fire she remains. No salvation, only flames. They tried to break her, left her slain. But now she walks with fire in her veins. Lightning kissed her, tore her apart, but thunder only fed her heart. She rose from ruin, cruel divine, a darker goddess by design. She's the storm they couldn't chain. Every curse became her name. Blood and fire she remains. No salvation, only flames. They tried to break her, left her slain. But now she walks with fire in her veins. Burning beauty, shadow queen, not the victim she had been. Villain goddess, see the way she owns the night. They fear her name. She prayed in the temple, innocent flame, but the king of the thunder whispered her name. A touch from the heavens became her disgrace, a curse in her body, a brand on her face. They dressed her in sorrow, they wrapped her in shame. A cow made of silver, no longer the same. But pain is a poison, and poison will grow. A goddess was born where the mortal let go. Every chain was a song she would sing. Every tear built the crown she would bring. Run, little star, they can't cage what you are. Through deserts and oceans she carried her scars. They wanted her broken, but she made it art. Ayo, the cursed one, the queen in the dark. Eyes in the shadows, watch where she go. 100 cold whispers, the ghost puppet show. But lightning can silence the storm in her chest. She ran, she remembered, she never confessed. Sorrow became a chain, turned to fire. Her pain was the weapon that pulled her up higher. They cursed her in terror, but terror obeyed. She turned into something they could not make. Every scar was a vow she would keep. Every nightmare became what she'd seek. Run, little star, they can't cage what you are. Through deserts and oceans she carried her scars. They wanted her broken, but she made it art. Ayo, the cursed one, the queen in the dark. She was hunted, haunted, running from the sky. But every curse upon her made her multiply. If power was prison, she turned it around. From ashes of sorrow, a goddess was crowned. Run, little star, they can't cage what you are. Through deserts and oceans she carried her scars. They wanted her broken, but she made it art. Ayo, the cursed one, the queen in the dark. Ayo, the cursed one, the queen in the dark. In a kingdom carved by moonlight, she was born of whispered flame. Daughter of the witch queen, eyes that never blinked at pain. He came to her with silver lies and promises that bled. She gave him love and dragon fire, left her gods for dead. They called her wicked, they called her mad, but no one ever saw the crown she hid beneath her wrath. She was cursed, not broken, burned but gold, and built a throne from every shattered vow. They'd spills like poison, love like gold, and now she rules the night in silence. Wide-eyed open, call her villain, call her queen. She's everything they said she'd be, but stronger, stronger in the dark. She crossed the sea with blood-stained hands and stars that watched her grieve. Left her home, her name, her gods, for a man too quick to leave. He crowned another at her side, betrayed her to the bone. So she gave him back his future and burned it to the stone. She wept in silence, she bled alone. sacrifice. She was born beneath the blood-red sky. No lullabies, no gentle hands, just whispered sins and silent plans. A crown of gold, a wedding ring, but love was just a pretty sting. He wasn't hers, and gods don't care, so pain became her only prayer. They said she fell, but maybe she flew too close to hell. She was never yours to save, not a flower, not a slave. They cursed her name, she wore it proud, a storm wrapped in a funeral shroud. She burned the lines they wrote in sand, and turned to steel with shaking hands. Let them fear her, love her, hate her, the curse didn't break her. The curse became her. He had no heart, just rules and pride, but something in her ached to try. And when he turned his eyes away, she learned to make the shadow stay. They called it lust, they called it shame, but never once did they take blame. She wrote a story, blood for ink. They pushed, she smiled and didn't blink. They say she lied, but gods weren't there the night she cried. She was never yours to save, not a flower, not a slave. They cursed her name, she wore it proud, a storm wrapped in a funeral shroud. She burned the lines they wrote in sand, and turned to steel with shaking hands. Let them fear her, love her, hate her, the curse didn't break her. The curse became her. Not the villain, not the muse, not the one they get to choose. She was wrapped with velvet skin, she was fire dressed as sin. She lost herself, then took the throne, with shattered glass and sharpened bone. She was never yours to break, she learned to rise with every ache. Let them ride her down in chains. She was the storm inside the rain. She walked through flames and wore the smoke, a queen rebuilt from what they broke. Let them curse her, let them blame her, but none could tame her. The curse became her. She was born of blood and silk, twin to grace but carved from guilt. They dressed her hands in wedding rings, then drowned her fire in holy things. She gave her breath to Zeus's games. He watched her break and spoke her name, not as a god but as a thief who steals a woman's life like grief. They took her daughter in the dark. The king just smiled and called it heart. So she wore revenge like perfume, filled the palace with her bloom. They say she cursed the golden bed, but she just crowned herself instead. She who burned the gods in sleep, she who wakes while heroes weep, she who kissed the blade so slow, the night still echoes where she goes. She fed the silence with her rage, a lioness locked in a bridal cage, while Agamemnon bled his war. She built an altar from the floor. No god came down to speak her right, no star to split her endless night. So she became the storm instead, a lullaby for all the dead. The fates just laughed and watched her sow the thread of wrath in every blow. So she wore revenge like perfume, filled the palace with her bloom. They say she cursed the golden bed, but she just crowned herself instead. She who burned the gods in sleep, she who wakes while heroes weep, she who kissed the blade so slow, the night still echoes where she goes. She was not made, she was unmade by gods who feast on what they slay. They built a myth to hide the crime and buried her beneath their shrine. But the moon remembers every scream and stains their thrones in silver dreams. The story ends, they say, in shame, but still the world repeats her name. She wore revenge like perfume, filled the palace with her bloom. They feared the queen they could not break, so called her villain, called her snake. She who burned the gods in sleep, she who wakes while angels weep, she who danced through sacred flame and made a weapon of her name. Once in a tower, locked from the world, by a king who feared the stars and what they'd unfurl. Stone walls, no windows, just whispers and chains, but fate found the cracks where the silence remained. A god in disguise, a shimmer of gold, fell through the ceiling, silent and bold. He didn't ask, just took what he claimed, left her alone, marked by shame. But she didn't break, no, she bled in silence, cursed as a mother, forged through defiance. Now there's gold in her veins and fire in her eyes. They buried her name, but she wouldn't die. From a girl in the dark to a queen of pain, they made her a myth, now she owns the name. You call her villain, call her flame, but she rose from the curse, and she's not the same. They cast her away in a coffin of wood, a mother, a sinner, misunderstood. The sea didn't drown her, the sky didn't fall. She carried a son and she carried it all. Whispers grew loud, gods turned their heads. She walked with the broken, she danced with the dead. They prayed for her silence, prayed she'd decay, but power like hers never fades away. She learned to smile with a mouth full of scars, built a throne from the pieces of broken stars. Now there's gold in her veins and fire in her eyes. They buried her name, but she wouldn't die. From a girl in the dark to a queen of pain, they made her a myth, now she owns the name. You call her villain, call her flame, but she rose from the curse, and she's not the
dreams, not to be in them. I am not the story you tell. I am the silence you fear. I was cursed, I was crowned.
Ripped apart, but I stood my ground. Call me monster, call me flame, but I remember every name. Through the war I caught my sound. Not your ghost, not your breakdown. Now I wear this power like a blood-stained vow. Helen, queen of the battleground. Helen, queen of the battleground. Queen of the battleground. Queen of the battleground. Cursed and crowned. Oh, mirror, mirror. Oh, mirror, mirror. She was born in a palace of shimmering lies, a princess with fear written under her eyes. Her mother was gone, her father unwell. The gods let her grow in a private hell. A twisted desire crept in his mind, a cruelty no daughter should ever find. She fled from the sin he tried to create, running full speed from a poisoned fate. She stumbled and cried, but she would not break. Every heartbeat sharpened the ache. Her life cracked wide and the cold moon's glow, but something stronger started to grow. Mirror, mirror, cursed girl turned fire. Oh, mirror, mirror, pain only pushed her higher. They tried to mark her with their shame, but she fought hard to keep her name. Oh, mirror, mirror, cursed girl turned fire. She built a throne from her own ire. Hunted by gods for a crime she'd not choose. Her body was breaking, too tired to move. Pregnant with sorrow, heavy with fear. She prayed for an end no one could hear. The gods heard her cry when her strength was done. They changed her to bark, saved her from the run. A merchant she became, but she still breathed. Her pain in the sap that slowly weaved. Her tears dripped down, glowing bright like gold, telling the truth she could not hold. What felt like ruin, sharp and cruel, turned to power when she broke their rules. Oh, mirror, mirror, cursed girl turned fire. Oh, mirror, mirror, pain only pushed her higher. They called her broken, called her wrong, but she kept standing all night long. Oh, mirror, mirror, cursed girl turned fire. She made her sorrow her empire. They tried to write her tragedy. They tried to seal her destiny, but her roots grow strong in secrecy. She turned her curse to legacy. Villain to some, survivor to most. She rose from the stories meant to haunt her like ghosts. Oh, mirror, mirror, still alive in the tree. Oh, mirror, mirror, she chose who she would be. Her past was sharp, her future scarred, yet she stood tall when life hit hard. Oh, mirror, mirror, cursed girl turned fire. Oh, mirror, mirror, no one could pull her higher. She owns the night, she owns the wrong. She carved her strength where she belonged. Oh, mirror, mirror, cursed girl turned fire. She made her sorrow her empire. Mirror, mirror, oh, mirror, mirror. I was once a queen of sunlight. Every choice was mine to make. Loved a God who swore he'd save me. Never saw what he would break. Then the jealous thunder hit me. She took everything I had, ripped the cradle from my heartbeat, left me shattered, left me mad. I thought the world was ending, but something in me burned. If pain was all she gave me, then pain is what I turned. I rise, I rise, I rise from the curse she laid upon me. I'm the fire in the night, and no God stands above me. Call me monster, call me siren, call me anything you fear. I was broken by her vengeance, but the vengeance made me here. I'm the Mia. Watch me rise. Watch me rise. Every tear became a weapon. Every scream became my sound. I rebuilt myself from ashes, stronger every time I drowned. Yes, they whisper that I'm wicked. Yes, they warn the kids of me, but they never tell the story of the woman I became to be. I never asked for mercy, now mercy bows to me. If darkness was my sentence, then darkness set me free. I rise, I rise, I rise from the curse she laid upon me. I'm the fire in the night, and no goddess stands above me. Call me monster, call me siren, call me anything you fear. I was broken by her vengeance, but the vengeance made me here. I'm the Mia. Watch me rise. Watch me rise. Let them tremble when they name me. Let them twist my story wrong. But the truth is I was powerless till the curse made me strong. You can hate the way I shine now. You can fear the way I glow. But a woman forged in heartbreak is a woman you can overthrow. I rise, I rise, I rise from the curse she laid upon me. I turn heartbreak into armor. Now no God can overpower me. Call me monster, call me legend, call me everything you fear. I once begged the stars for saving, now the stars fall when I'm near. I'm the Mia, and I rise, and I rise. They dressed me in silence, stitched my mouth. See, good girls survive by bleeding it out. A promise was made over me, not to me. My life signed away in a man's destiny. Stone walls heard what no one would. My prayers rotted where I stood. I learned how to breathe under blame, how to smile while swallowing flames. They mistook my stillness for defeat, but wolves don't howl when they're learning teeth. I am not your burden, not your bride, not your mercy, not your lie. You forged a ghost, but I lived through it. Now I speak with a tongue of fire. Every sextant or a can. I rise, I stand from ash, I come. You lost control the day I chose the name of my own. The claw, I gave my body to survive, but I kept my rage alive. Counted nights by broken oaths, by hands that took, by mouths that closed. If gods were watching, they looked away, so I learned how to curse and pray. They said endure, they said be still, but silence is a weapon that kills. I am not your burden, not your bride, not your mercy, not your lie. You forged a ghost, but I lived through it. Now I speak with the tongue of fire. 316 again. I rise, I stand for my shackle. You lost control the day I chose the name of my own. Broke the lock with truth and scar. To every woman taught to wait while men decide her worth of fate. Your anger isn't sin or flaw, it's the oldest form of law. You don't need permission to burn, you don't need forgiveness to learn. When the world is built on your bones, you have the right to overthrow thrones. We are not your burden, not your prize, not your mercy, not your lies. You forged us ghosts, but we lived through it. Now we speak with tongues of fire. Increase, extend, or ask who can we rise? We stand from ash again. You lost control the day we chose the names of our own. Write me as a warning, or a monster in your lore, but remember who was silent and who couldn't take it anymore. And I endured, and I became. Before the grief, she dreamed in gold, soft as thawing spring. Believed that love was something even war could not unstring. But kingdoms breed on envy, and heroes die too young. His blood steamed in the winter air, a saga left unsung. They But trembling isn't weakness, no, it is the storm contained. And every forced submission is a rebellion chained. She learned how monsters slumber, how patient vengeance grows, how silence is a language only the betrayed ones know. Motherhood did not make her gentle, it made her vast and wild. For no one fears a wounded queen like one who mourns her child. The fire tried to claim her, the fire failed, fed in her sorrow, still she prevailed. From ash she rose, feral and veiled, the woman of fire could not impale. Tell the daughters, your voice is stone, break every crown that calls you own. A noun, unruled, unburied.
History will name her, savage men will spit her name. But myths are often written by the ones who lit the flame. What is cruelty, what is justice, when your world has been erased? Tell me, is it sin to answer devastation face to face? She became the blade, they feared the reckoning they bred. For when they made a grave for life, she chose to rise instead.
Sing for the women buried in footnotes, sing for the throats turned mute, sing for the brides of violence offered as tribute.
Let every quiet fury crack the mountain, steal us through. There is nothing more immortal than a woman who outgrew the cage, the script, the lie. She was not made to survive, she was made to defy. The fire tried to claim her, the fire knelt before her wrath, even iron melted. They forged her in agony, still she did not yield. Now every step she takes is a battlefield. Tell the daughters, when they strike your flame, burn so bright they forget your name. Some women are not meant for softness, some are born carrying night. When the world attempts to end them, they become its ending. On a mountain made of light, a Valkyrie was left in night, wrapped in fire, wrapped in pain. They tried to bind her to their name. Judge of wars and broken kings, the gods betrayed a righteous will and cast her down upon that hill. A ring of flame around her sleeve, while lonely dreams began to bleed. They called her cursed, they called her wrong, and buried truth beneath their song. Her armor cracked, her spirit shook. The world she loved forsook her look. Promise turned to bitter lies, disguised as love in heroes' eyes. But fire doesn't only break, it shapes the steel that none can take. Beneath the ash her heart still burned, and every scar was something learned. She rose from far, unbound, untamed. They tried to steal her sacred name. The They dress betrayal as a vow, place golden lies upon her brow. A king will smile with silver tongue, while justice bled for what he'd done. Yet in the flames her vision cleared, no longer bound by what she feared. Each tear she shed became a blade, each wounded throne that she had made. She learned that silence was a chain, and that her rage could cleanse the pain. So when the fire licked the sky, she walked through hell and did not die. They thought the fire would kill her. It taught her how to burn. They thought betrayal would break her. It sharpened every word. They tried to make her kneel in shame. She rose and lit the world in flame. Born in sorrow, tempered in flame, marked by betrayal. Still she remains. She rose from fire, unbound, untamed. No man will write her fate again. Where justice trembled, she stood higher, crowned in iron, wrapped in fire. For every woman pushed aside, for every truth men tried to hide, her vengeance echoes across the sky. Brynhildr lives and will not die. Silent, not soft, not subdued. Brynhildr is fury and truth.
In a graveyard of kings, where swords slept in stone, a daughter walked alone, not afraid of the dead, but of the silence of the living.
She was born from fire and grief, raised on blood-stained stories. A daughter with iron beneath her skin, haunted by forgotten glories. Men spoke her name like a curse, whispered, laughed, turned their eyes away. Said a woman with a sword was sin, said she should kneel and obey. Her mother wept in the dark, told tales of a fallen lord, a betrayal carved into bones and a broken buried sword. I hear the dead call my name, cold wind bites like steel. They say turn back a little flame, but I refuse to kneel. I am her Ver, daughter of ash, born of sorrow, forged in wrath. I walk through graves, through iron and glass, and took my destiny back. Let the dead rise, let the bones scream loud. Let every king hear my cry. No crown owns me, no man chains me. I was never born to die. I am fire in a graveyard sky, a woman no throne can tame. They tried to bury my voice alive, but I rose and burned their name. She stood before the ghostly mound where her father's spirit lay. The air grew thick with war and rot, and night turned cold as day. Warriors laughed from beneath the earth, clanking shields and shattered crowns. Cursed her blood, cursed her birth, told her to turn around, but her heart beat like a drum of steel. Her hands did not shake. She called for tarping in the dark for the blade she would take. I whispered to the silent king, my blood is yours no more. I will not be your suffering. I will not bleed on your floor. I am her Vard, daughter of Ash, born of sorrow, forged in wrath. I walked through graves, through iron and glass, and took my destiny back. Let the dead rise, let the bones scream loud. Let every king hear my cry. No crown owns me, no man chains me. I was never born to die. Oh, I am fire in a graveyard sky, a woman no throne can tame. They tried to bury my voice alive, but I rose and burned their names. They said I was weak, they said I was nothing, a daughter meant to disappear. But she walked where no man dared, through death, through darkness, through fear. And I learned pain is not my cage, sorrow is not my fate. Every scar became my blade, every tear became my strength. I am her Vard, daughter of steel, born of blood, born to feel. I faced the grave, the curse, the lie, and made the dead comply. Let the old kings tremble now. Let the silent stones proclaim, a woman with fire in her veins will rewrite every name. I am not your tragedy, I am not your broken past. I rose from dust and misery, and I will forever stand. In a graveyard of kings, a woman stood alone, not afraid of the dead, but feared by the living. And that is how legends are born. I was my father's northern light, raised beneath a sword and ice. He said no hand will make you kneel. I believed his words were real. Then the stranger came like flame, spoke my destiny like a name. He took my hand, he took my shore, and I was not a daughter anymore. They called it love, they called it fate, but choice was something locked too late. My voice fell silent in the snow. No one heard me say no. Two kings sharpened their grief into steel. Two men to hear them die, but no one heard my breaking heart until I tore the world apart. Now every night I raise the slain, every morning repeats their pain. If I cannot live in peace or breath, then neither will death. I am the curse that never ends. I resurrect your fallen men. Every scream becomes my song. You will fight forever long. I was the girl beneath your crown. Now I am what drags you down. You stole my life, my voice, my breath, so I became stronger than death. I am healed and I remain. Every night I bring them back. Every dawn they die again, and I am still here.
In the long winter court where the ravens weep, sit and walk on glass she was told to keep. A bride in chains dressed in silver light, born for peace yet bound to the fight. Her name was whispered like a buried sin, taught to bow, taught never to win. Men spoke over her like she was air, a ghost in a crown they forced her to wear. And in the silence of the midnight tide, she tasted iron where her tears had cried. Every wound became a flame, every scar whispered her name. Oh, sea-grown daughter of storm and flame, they try to break the vow you made, but sorrow turned to burning heart. A queen forged from a shattered heart. She rose like fire from blood red snow, a woman men could never own. Sea-grown stood where silence was and took her crown without billows. They called her gentle, they called her weak, bound of her voice when she tried to speak. Promised love with a dagger's kiss, turned her body into a war like this. She watched her sisters fall in chains, heard their screams drown in the rain. The halls of kings dripped black with lies, but still she burned behind her eyes. In the bones of night her spirit grew, every wound became something new. Where they buried her voice in shame, she carved her power in blood and flame. Oh, sea-grown daughter of storm and flame, they tried to erase the vows you made, but grief became a battle hymn, a fire no man could ever dim. She rose like thunder, fierce and bright, no longer hidden in the night. Sea-grown stood where silence was and wrote her name above their laws. And the Valkyries circle her crown, their wings dragging heaven down. They whispered, remember who you are, not the girl they tried to scar. Seirun laughed through tears of steel, no more will I kneel. She bled lightning, she bled fire, turning pain into divine desire. Oh, sea-grown daughter of storm and flame, they tried to bury the vows you made, but she became the battle drum, the reckoning that was to come. She rose like fire from blood red snow, a woman no man could ever own. Sea-grown stands where silence was the queen who shattered every law.
try to silence her name, the world will burn in holy flame. For Sigrun lives in every scar, in every woman who dares to war.
They wrapped her in white like a beautiful lie. Said you are the bridge where the bloodlines survive. The daughter of winter, quiet and pure, a promise the broken could never ensure. They gave her away with trembling hands, a heartbeat exchange between a rival lands. Her name fell apart on a foreign shore. She was theirs, but never anymore. She learned how absence can hollow the chest, how love can be buried, but never at rest. They told her this is what good girls do, but good girls don't survive what she lived through. She was the peace they couldn't keep, a crown in the dark where the lost girls sleep. They broke her down to her bones, but broken girls build their own thrones. They took her voice, they took her light, but she came back louder in the night. Hear the ghost they make weep, she became everything they feared she'd be. She's not your peace, she's not your prayer, she's the blade and the crown you forced her to wear. Hear her sing, a silent girl is a dangerous thing. They thought her tears would make her weak, thought sorrow would silence what she could speak. But pain is a language she learned to use, a weapon sharpened by what she'd lose. She walked through fire with frozen grace, no fear left behind in her hollowed face. The girl they buried beneath their war was not the girl she was anymore. Her heartbeat returned with a different sound, not soft, not kind, but iron bound. They told her this is where you belong, but she belonged to herself all alone. Oh, she
birch grows where the northern rivers sing. There lived a woman crowned in grace beside a shining king. His name was sung like morning fire, his laughter warmed the sky. But gods grow cruel when beauty blooms and fate begins to pry. She loved him more than breath of bone, more than the summer rain. But heaven listens poorly when women whisper pain. The spear was cast by jealous hands, the world fell dark and cold, and silence choked the golden halls where once their love was told. Within her arms, but ashes filled the air. The gods informed the eyes, none answered her despair. They called it fate, they called it law, they said the world must stand. But grief can turn a gentle heart into a burning brand. Oh, she was never meant to kneel, never meant to break. The fire in a widow's chest is more than gods can take. They buried him beneath the stars and thought her soul would fade. But sorrow forged a sharper crown from every tear she made. Let heaven hear the thunder now. The brightest of them all, a prince of light lay down in death while silence stood the hall. But no one asked the grieving wife what justice truly means. For gods will write their sacred laws on women's broken dreams. Her heart did not surrender to the quiet of the grave. For love the deep becomes a blade when no one comes to save. And whispers spread through Asgard's courts of fury wrapped in grace. A widow with the burning gaze and thunder in her face. They thought her grief would drown her voice, its sorrow would erase. But grief became a rising tide no heaven could replace. The meek may bow, the weak may fade, but she would not be still. For every god who turned away would learn a woman's will. Oh, she was never meant to kneel, never meant to break. The fire in a widow's chest is more than gods can take. They buried him beneath the stars and thought her soul would fade. But sorrow forged a sharper crown from every tear she made. Let heaven hear the thunder now, let ancient thrones will shake. The woman they tried to silence is the storm they helped create. She walks through halls of broken gods, through kingdoms built on lies, where men call cruelty destiny and justice slowly dies. But every woman wronged in myth, every voice denied, is fire waiting in the dark for courage to ignite. She is not only widow now, not only grief and flame. She is the echo of a truth the world forgot to name. She was never meant to vanish, never meant to fall. The quiet ones remember most when tyrants build their walls. They try to write her into ash, a ghost beside his name. But sorrow forged a queen of night no heaven could reclaim. So let the old gods tremble now, let ancient kingdoms wake. The woman they try to bury is the reckoning they make. And somewhere in the northern winds where morning rivers run, they whisper still of Nana, the widow of the sun. They told me grief was quiet. They told me widows should kneel. They told me women should forget. But the North remembers, and so do I.
So where the old ravens fly, a daughter of frost and bone, a woman carved from stone. They told me peace was a woman's grace, to bow my hair and veil my face. But I was never meant to pray, while wolves devoured the day. My love rode out beneath red skies, steel in hand, fire in his eyes. And when the battle's thunder died, they brought him home and said he died. As his blood was cold upon the thread, the cloak still smelled of war and death. They said, let time erase the wrong, but I had waited far too long. So I wrapped the cloak of blood around my grief, laid it on the shoulders of a coward chief. Said, look at what your silence made of me, a stone that will not bend or bleed. Let the mountains hear my cry, let the north remember why. When justice dies beneath the crown, a woman burns the kingdom down. They whispered I was cruel and wild, a money wife, a bitter child. They said revenge would poison me, but silence is the deeper cruelty. For men write laws in halls of gold, while women bury what they stole. Our grief becomes a quiet grave, where truth lies chained and enslaved. But I will not be carved in stone, another ghost the world disowns. My sorrow sharpened into flame, and vengeance learned my name. The cloak still drips with crimson thread, the dead still whisper from the bed, and every breath the cowards take is another oath I will not break. So I wrapped the cloak of blood around my teeth, laid it on the shoulders of a coward chief. Said, look at what your silence made of me, a storm that will not bend or bleed. Let the north winds hear my cry, let the north remember why. When justice dies beneath the crown, a woman burns the kingdom down. They called me wrath, they called me shame. They said a widow should stay tame, but history is written in bones, and the nose remembers its own. If grief is madness, then let me be mad for every woman buried beneath a man's law. I will rise for every story they tried to erase. I will speak for every sister who bled in silence. I become the storm. I wrapped the cloak of blood around my grief, laid it on the shoulders of a coward chief. Said, look at what your silence made of me, a queen of rage, another reed. Let the old gods hear my cry, let the ravens split the sky. If justice leaves beneath the crown, a woman tears the tyrant down. They said a widow should forgive, but I am Hildegun, and the North remembers who spilled the blood. walked where kings believed only gods could stand. They called her curse, they called her witch, but the fire learned her name. She came with golden restless veins, a wandering seer in shadowed halls where silver thrones and ancient kings believed their laws could silence all. Her voice was strange, her magic wild, her eyes held storms the gods denied, and whispers spread through marble core. A woman should not speak of fate, so they wrapped their fear in holy words and dragged her to the pyre's gate. 3 times they lit the sacred flame, 3 times the witch began to burn. But every time the smoke cleared out, the ashes watched her rise again. She rises from the fire, they made her bleed. She rises from the lies of jealous kings. She rises. Every scar becomes her crown. Every flame they gave her only built her higher ground. They burned her once, they burned her thrice. Still she walks through ash and ice. They named her Gothic, gold-drunk flame, a witch who poisoned sacred lands. But truth is dangerous to men who rule with trembling iron hands. So they called her cruelty justice, they called her terror holy law. But power born within a woman is the thing tyrants fear most of all. 3 times they watched the fire devour. 3 times they thought the witch was gone. Yet every spark became a doorway, and every death made her reborn. She rises from the flames that scarred her name. She rises from the war the gods awakened. She rises from their envy and their shame. She rises. Every whisper turned to song. She rises from the curse they placed upon her. She rises. Only made her spirit strong. She rises. They burned her once, they burned her thrice. Still she walks through ash and ice. Now the witch walks many roads under many secret names. They call her Hyther, the wandering seer who reads the bones of hidden flames. Where she walks, the world remembers what the frightened gods began. For the war between the heavens started with the burning woman. She rises, every daughter in her wake. She rises, every voice they try to bury. She rises from the stories carved in flame. Every woman ever silenced now carries gold makes name. But fire cannot destroy a life that fate itself refuses twice. And somewhere in the smoke of time, where ancient embers softly breathe, a witch still walks among the worlds, the one the fire could never by the desert sun. She loved a god they would undo, a broken crown, a body torn. The world went silent when he was gone. They thought her grief would make her small, a mourning queen too weak to call. But she stitched a god from dust and bone, breathing back with a heart of stone. Now the heavens shake, now the rivers run. She became what they'd undone. Golden fury veiled in flame, whisper her and fear her name. She's no longer who she was. She is wrath, she is love. Through blood and sand, she carved his fate with her own hands. Every tear a spell she cast, every wound became her past. They broke her once, they crowned her grief. Now she writes their ending beneath. She stitched a god from dust and bone, breathing back with a heart of stone. Now the heavens bow, now the silence screams. She's the ruler of in-between. Golden fury crowned in flame, and death obeys her name. She's no longer who she was. She is wrath, she is from shattered throne to something divine. They feared her loss, they never feared her rise. She was the dust they never name, a silent god in a dying flame. Born of night but denied the crown, always the echo, never the sound. In halls of gold she learned to fade, a ghost adorned, a love betrayed, bound to a throne she did not choose, wife to a war she could not refuse. They carved her heart into silence, turned her prayers into dust. But grief is a seed in the dark and it grows souls when the gods would sleep, while he, the crowned and cruel disguise, built his kingdom now on stolen lies. She saw the brother torn apart, gathered pieces with trembling heart, not for glory, not for fame, but love that burned without a name. They called her lesser forgotten, a whisper lost in the flame, but vengeance hums in the hollow and grief remembers her name. Now she rises in a veil of ash and shadow, a storm in the breath of the night. They buried her name in sorrow, now she enters in ruin and light. Hear the cry of the forsaken divine, feel the shift in the sacred design. She was nothing they chose to see, now she is their eternity. Not the bride, not the chosen flame, not the goddess they dared to claim, but the dark where the truth still breathes, the hand that gathers what fate leaves. From the morning she learned her power, from the silence she claimed her hour, and the night it bends to her will know. She is rising in a veil of ash and shadow, a reckoning cloaked in the night. They buried her love in sorrow, now she crowns it in fury and light. Hear the howl of the veiled unknown, feel the fall of the gilded throne. She was broken, denied, unseen, now she reigns as the in-between. She was the dust they never named, now even gods speak it in fear. I was born from a god's cruel breath, not of love but a whispered death. Force and fire and sunlit rage, a weapon bound in a golden cage. They named me wrath, they named me war, but never asked what I was for. A beating heart beneath the flame, but mercy never wore my name. I hear them cry beneath my feet, every life a haunting beat. Tell me, am I divine or damned, a blade that trembles in its hand? I am the roar they cannot run, the blood-red daughter of the sun. I was made to tear, to end, to break, but gods forget. I feel each ache, so let the heavens fear my name. I am no pawn inside their game. If I must be the reckoning, then I will rise as everything. They sent me down to cleanse the earth, to prove destruction could have worth. I drank the screams like sacred wine, each soulless stain that lived in mine. The rivers ran
songs are sung, they crown me with blossoms, call me gentle flame. But no one ever asked if I chose that name. I danced for their temples, I sang for their kings. A goddess of sweetness, of love and of spring. My hands healed the broken, my lips blessed the wine. But every devotion was never truly mine. They praise my softness, they worship my grace, but caught me in silence, a smile on my face. And I felt it breaking beneath all the gold. A story too gentle, a fate too controlled. I was milk and moonlight, tender, divine. A heart poured in silver, they drank like wine. But love is a cage when it's forced to please, and even the sun can fall to its knees. You called me your goddess, your heaven, your cure. Something pure, and though I was gentle, I started to see the kindness you worshipped was killing me. I watched as they knelt with blood on their hands, praying for mercy I didn't command. They twisted my name into something they need, a saint for their sins, a balm for their greed. I carried their sorrow, I swallowed their cries. Their pain stitched itself into threads of my eyes. And still I was smiling, still I was kind, while something dark whispered inside of my mind. If love is devotion, then why does it burn? Why do I ache for a world overturned? Why does my mercy feel sharp as a blade, like something inside me is begging to break? I was milk and moonlight, sacred, adored. A hymn in their mouths, a goddess they poured. But love is a weapon when stripped of its choice, and silence will strangle the softest voice. You crown me in beauty and gold and in lies, but never once looked at the truth in my eyes. And though I was gentle, I started to see the kindness you worshipped was killing me. I hear them calling, calling my name, not in devotion, but soaked in their shame. They do not love me, they need me to bleed, to carry their darkness, to bury their deeds. And something inside me, something divine, is learning the language of fury and fire. I was never meant to be only kind. They made me a sanctuary and filled me with I am still moonlight, but colder now. Still dripping in gold, but I've forgotten how to bend to a world that devours my grace. With worship that silences, love that erases. You called me your goddess, your healer, your light.
Kneel to the mercy that lays at your feet, because I am changing. I feel it begin. The love you created is learning to end. She was born of breath and burning sky, a whispered storm and Ra's first cry. Daughter of heat, of lion's flame, but no one ever spoke her name. She wandered far where silence weeps, through desert bones and buried seas. They called her wrath, they called her sin, but never saw the storm within. Tears fell like sacred rain, each drop remembered pain. The gods let her fade away, so she became the wave. Now she rises, crowned in flood and fire, every sorrow feeding her empire. Salt in her veins and storms in her lungs. She's the reckoning yet unsung. Let the heavens tremble, let the dry earth drown. She was forgotten, now she wears the crown. From broken silence, her fury was spun. She is the storm they cannot outrun. They feared the thirst she left behind, a world undone, a choking sky. So they begged her back with gilded lies, but never met her wounded eyes. She drank their pleas like bitter wine, turned mercy into something divine. Not soft, not kind, no gentle sea. She chose the shape of sovereignty. No longer just their reign, no longer bound in chains. The girl they cast away returned as judgment day. Now she rises, crowned in flood and fire, every sorrow feeding her empire. Salt in her veins and storms in her lungs. She is the reckoning yet unsung. Let the heavens tremble, let the dry earth drown. She was forgotten, now she wears the crown. From broken silence, her fury was spun. She is the storm they cannot outrun. She is the tear they try to hide, the desert's curse, the turning tide. She is the thirst inside their veins, the goddess born from grief and rain. buried her name in a chamber of salt, painted her face on the walls like a warning. Child of the venom, daughter of dusk, born while the desert was mourning. She learned how to heal with blood on her hands, mixing the oils and herbs in silence. But every cure she gave away was answered back with violence. So she stitched her grief in linen thread, wore black gold over her eyes, while priests whispered she was holy, and kings whispered she should die. Now there are scorpions sleeping beneath her skin, tiny shadows with silver teeth. Every heartbreak fed the hive. Now vengeance breathes when she breathes. She walks with death tucked under her tongue, a dark eclipse dressed like a woman. Heaven could not soften her rage after what they had done to her. After what they had done to her. At night she wept into the Nile, black tears staining the water, because mercy was the first thing this cruel world ever slaughtered. They wanted her gentle, soft enough to destroy, but sorrow sharpened every bone until she sounded like war. The sand still lake where she walked barefoot, ash and amber in her wake. The gods made something beautiful, then taught the world to fear the shade. Now there are scorpions sleeping beneath her skin, tiny shadows with silver teeth. Every heartbreak fed the hive. Now vengeance breathes when she breathes. She walks with death tucked under her tongue, a dark eclipse dressed like a woman. Heaven could not soften her rage after what they had done to her. Now mothers pray to her in secret rooms, daughters carve her name in stone, for she became the sacred proof that wounded women are not weak. They become thrones. Now there are scorpions sleeping beneath her skin, tiny shadows with silver teeth. Every heartbreak fed the hive. Now vengeance breathes when she breathes. She walks with death tucked under her tongue, a dark eclipse dressed like a woman. No chain survived her fury, no temple survived her And when the last king begs for mercy, she will smile like falling stars. For the girl they left in darkness returned with an army of scars. before the rivers, before the stars had names, before the kings wore gold upon their throats or learned the taste of flames. I stitched the sky with silver thread, I carved the moon from bone, but every god who praised my hand still feared the power I owned. So they call me cruel for speaking, call me monstrous for my rage, as if a woman forged from storms was meant to live inside a cage. They took my temple stone by stone, turned my prayers into dust, then wondered why the heavens shook when I forgot how to trust. Now I weave vengeance into gold, to ruin into royal robes. I am the arrow through the throat, the wrath beneath the flood. They buried me beneath their crowns, but queens like me don't die for long. Now every empire fears the sound of my name inside their beneath. Mother of war, mother of storms, mother of gods they could never control. I watched daughters burn in silence, watched the innocent obey, watched men build holy kingdoms just to throw our hearts away. They begged me for protection, then cursed me when I fought, as though mercy should be endless for the battles they had brought. I held grief between my fingers like a knife against my skin. Every wound became a weapon, every loss a discipline. You can only drown a goddess for so long beneath the sea, before the tide comes back in black and devours everything. Now I weave vengeance into gold, to ruin into royal robes. I am the arrow through the throat, the wrath beneath the flood. They bury me beneath their crowns, but queens like me don't die for long. Now every empire fears the sound of my name inside their beneath. Mother of war, mother of storms, mother of gods they could never control. I was not made to be gentle, I was not born to kneel. I am the first wound of creation, I am the last thing tyrants feel. And when the heavens split open, when the ancient pillars crack, they will whisper my name in terror, because the forgotten goddess came back. Now I weave vengeance into gold, paint red halos on their bones. I am the storm before the end, the blade beneath the tongue. They tried to write me out of time, but rage like mine outlives the sun. Now every kingdom bows its head when they hear what I've become. The reckoning, the ancient queen, the fury, the gods and mortals never saw coming. I was the hand that built the world, and still they taught me how to destroy it. the black waves break, where the Nile bends but never prays. Gold temples drank from my veins, while they carved my body into faith. I fed their children from my hands, turned dead deserts green again. But they only loved the river when the river gave them rain. And every altar wanted more, every god called me divine. Yet none of them could hear me drown beneath the flood they called a blessing. So I swallowed every sorrow, like the tide swallows the shore, until my ribs became a weapon and my tears became a war. Now the river remembers my name. I am the flood, I am the flame, I am the arrow through the heart of kings, the wrath beneath the diamond rings. They drank my mercy dry, then begged the heavens when I changed. But gods do not stay gentle when they are buried in their pain. So let the waters climb the throne, let every false god choke alone. They made a monster from devotion, now watch me drown the world I own. I wore obedience like silk, soft enough to hide the scars. But beneath my jeweled silence lived a storm of sharpened stars. They called me holy when I suffered, beautiful when I obeyed. But the moment I grew teeth, they trembled at the beast they made. I watched empires kiss my feet, then curse my fury when I roared. Funny how they fear the river once it reaches for the sword. Every wound became a current, every grief became a tide. Now the girl they try to silence is the reckoning tonight. Now the river remembers my name. I am the flood, I am the flame, I am the arrow through the heart of kings, the wrath beneath the diamond rings. They drank my mercy dry, then begged the heavens when I changed. But gods do not stay gentle when they are buried in their pain. So let the waters climb the throne, let every false god choke alone. They made a monster from devotion, now watch me drown the world I owned. I gave them life, and they fed me to the dark. I gave them rivers, and they built their crowns from my bones. Now I return, not as their savior, but as the storm the Nile could no longer contain. Now the river screams my name. I am no longer theirs to tame. Every wave becomes a judgment. In the black soil where the river bled silver, she waited. Not as a queen, not as a saint, but as hunger wrapped in scales. She braided wheat with funeral thread and fed the starving dead by hand. The mothers carved her name in bread, while kings let kingdoms turn to sand. I slept beneath the hollow reeds, where grieving daughters came to cry. The Nile carried their broken beats, like little moons that learn to die. They called her gentle once before, a harvest spirit crowned in gold. But famine crawled beneath the door, and mercy withered in the cold. So I shed my skin and sacred flame coiled my sorrow around their bones. The earth still whispers out my name from poison roots and shattered thrones. Hush now, darling, hear me sing. The serpent in the dying spring. I was the cradle, I became the wrath they buried without a name. Black lilies bloomed beneath my feet, their petals drank the bitter rain. And every field they tried to reap now grows from sorrow, blood, and pain. She wandered veiled in funeral lace, with crescent moons beneath her tongue. The stars look pale upon her face, as if the night itself was stung. I held the children to my chest, while heaven fed the cruel in vain. And when the gods denied us rest, I taught the harvest how to reign. Sleep, little kingdom, sleep in ash. The golden grain has turned to glass. Every prayer they left to rot now blooms inside the serpent's jaw. Hush now, darling, don't you weep. The river never truly sleeps. I am the mother famine made, the dark beneath the harvest blade. And when the blackened fields arise with thorn-crowned wheat beneath dead skies, they'll know too late what grief became. Renanuted remembers names. She remembers. She remembers. The river remembers all. They locked her behind gold pillars, perfumed halls, and painted tombs, promised to a dying prince beneath the jackal moon. They called her gentle, called her silk, a flower born to kneel. But every prayer beneath her tongue was sharpened into steel. In the river, something whispered, "Little dove, become the flood." So she dressed her grief in black and pearls and washed her hands in blood. The night remembers every girl they buried alive, every saint they chained in gold and called divine. Now she walks with cobras curling round her throne, teeth of silver, heart of stone. She was sorrow, she was flame, now the gods kneel to her name. And the tale they tried to write ended with the princess biting back. The prince was cursed before his birth, but she was cursed by men, by fathers trading daughters off like relics to defend. When the hounds came for the kingdom, when the crocodiles rose near, she stood beneath the crimson sky and taught the gods to fear. No more weeping in the palace, no more drowning dressed in white. She became the reckoning that stalked the desert night. The night remembers every girl they left to break apart, every crown pressed like a dagger through the heart. Now she wears the storm itself around her back, golden venom in her grasp. She was agony reborn, black and roses wrapped in thorns, and the tale they called doomed became the night she took the kingdom back. Before the dawn had learned her name, she wandered through the endless rain, a silver beast with hollow eyes, carrying stars through dead black skies. The gods drank gold from her despair, built their kingdoms from her prayer, then left her drowning in the tide. Her mother cursed to bleed divine, and every tear became a flood, every river drank her blood. They thought her gentle 'cause she wept, but monsters awake when gods forget. Now the black river rose beneath her feet, heaven shook when she bared her teeth. She wore the storm like a crown of bones, turned the temples into tombstones. carved her into stone. Prayed for mercy, left her alone. But sorrow sharpened into spite. A grieving star became the night. Her horns held moons like dying flames. She whispered all their hidden names. And when they knelt to beg for grace, the river swallowed every trace. Every scar became divine, every wound a warning sign. They crowned her silence, called it peace, then watched the sacred water feast. Now the black river rose beneath her feet. The dead still sing her prophecy. She split the sky with morning wings and drowned the halls of ancient kings. She is the reckoning they made. The goddess born from their betrayal. No sun survives when she ascends. Meet where it brings the end. Meet where it brings the end. In the dark, she still remains, sleeping underneath the rain. And every